The Atlanta Braves won the World Series in 2021, and they got rid of Freddie Freeman, their MVP, the heartbeat of their franchise, the face of their franchise, and they traded for Matt Olson. Matt Olson is better than Hee-Seop Choi. Now, everyone relax, all the Braves fans out there, and all the people in National League East who are all excited, oh my God, maybe the Braves won't repeat. Hear me now, listen to me later. Matt Olson is a better player than Freddie Freeman. Uh-oh. Did I just say that? Are you going to give me stats from the past 5 years that take into account Olson's bad 2020? Do you know that front offices do not include 2020 when they're evaluating players? Do you remember me telling you that? That 2020 doesn't matter? Now you can say we broke our playoff streak if you made the playoffs at 31-29, but individual performances by players in 2020 are irrelevant in their evaluation. That is a small sample size of a season. 60 of 162. Anyone can have a good 60-game stretch, either as a player or as a team. All off season, everyone's wondering, will the Braves bring back Freddie Freeman? What happened? Freddie Freeman won 6 years. He's 32 years old. The Braves offered him 5 years, $160 million. That's over $30 million a year for you, Freddie. And Freddie said, give me that 6th year. And Atlanta correctly said no. Then the lockout ends. Everyone said, there's all these rumors about Freddie going to the Yankees, Freddie going to the Dodgers, Freddie going to the Rays, Freddie going to the Blue Jays. Freddie now wanted by the Boston Red Sox. Everybody wants Freddie. The Atlanta Braves got together and said, hey, Freddie, are you taking our 5-year deal? Freddie said, come on. You're not going 6? And Atlanta said, no. Freddie said, well, I may take my talent somewhere else. And the Braves said, no, you love it here. You're from here. No, I'm from California. Yeah, I know, but your family's happy here. Your wife's family's near here. Come on, you're going to stay. Let's bring it back. Let's try to repeat for the first time since the Yankees in 98 to 2000. We can do it. We have Acuna coming back. Yeah, I know we're not going to have Soler. We're not going to have Duvall. But come on, Freddie. And then the GM and the president of the Braves got together and said, we got a little problem here. I don't know for sure if Freddie's coming back, but I know for sure that the Oakland A's, who are tanking, are going to trade a first baseman named Matt Olson, who's even better than Freddie. I think we got to try to get him because we can get him for 2 years, maybe resign him, maybe let him go. But for the next 2 years, we can build on what we had happen in 2021. Hey, Oakland, we want Matt Olson. Well, so do a lot of other teams, but they're waiting to see where Freddie signs. We're not waiting. We will give you 4 of our top 16 prospects, 3 of our top 10. We're going to give you 2 pitchers and an outfielder. We're going to give you unbelievable top-end players, 4 of them. And all we want back is 2 years of Matt Olson. And we're going to pay his full salary this year. We're going to take on all of his money, give you 4 great players who are under control for 6 years each. That's 24 years of control for a guy who has 2 years of control. 24 years of control we're giving you. Do you know that's how teams look at things? Yeah, you're going to say they do all these analytics and they look at all these stats and they go on Spotrac and they figure it all out. Control is a major thing when you are a team like the Oakland A's. Frankly, 25 teams look at it that way. But when you've won the World Series championship and you're trying to repeat, there are moments when you throw caution to the wind. And you know that your fan base will fall in love with Matt Olson. You know that Matt Olson is a gold glove defender like Freddie. You know that he has power and hits for not average like Freddie, but could end up doing that. You know that he is the perfect replacement. And that if Freddie signs somewhere else and then Olson gets traded somewhere else, then you have a real problem. And while you're going to take a hit right now, you're going to have a small PR problem. We're going to send out Alex Anthopoulos. And we're going to say, hey, Alex, can you manufacture a little tear? Just say how hard it was and how much you love Freddie. Toughest thing ever in your life, trading for Matt Olson and having to tell Freddie that he's not going to be on the Braves. And then Freddie calls back and says, no, I'll take the 5/160. And then the Braves say, no, you better get that from the Dodgers. You better get that from someone in the AL East, all of whom need lefty hitters, because he can't come home now. And Freddie said, wow, you meant what you said. And Alex said, we told you we weren't going 6 years. But Freddie said, every team always gives. It was one extra year. We put so much pressure on you from a PR standpoint. So much pressure. And you didn't bend? If you are a fan of the Braves, instead of being upset right now, you should feel the opposite. You should recognize that you have a front office that has a chance for really having sustained winning. Unlike all the other teams who want it, claim they are going to get it. You have a front office who's willing to get rid of a popular player, but you know they're spending the money to bring in a player who is just as good and likely better. And they have payroll left over. They were going to give Freddie $30 million. Guess what? They can get more pitching. If you are a fan of the Braves, you ought to be smiling today in the same way Reds fans and A's fans are frowning. You ought to be smiling at their competence. You ought to be excited to the ring ceremony. The flag is going to be raised and the possibility of a repeat champion. But above all, if you are a fan of the Braves, you have to know that the Braves are about business. This is nothing personal.